Story 1 of 6. Booing disrupts welcome to country at Anzac Day dawn services across Australia. Booing disrupts welcome to country at Anzac Day dawn services across Australia. Here's what every outlet agrees on. A 24-year-old man was arrested and charged with committing a nuisance during the Sydney Anzac Day dawn service at Martin Place on the 25th of April, 2026. Booing disrupted welcome to country addresses at Anzac Day dawn services in Melbourne, Sydney, and Perth on the 25th of April, 2026. Uncle Ray Minicon, an Indigenous pastor and veteran, was booed during his welcome to country address at the Sydney dawn service. Uncle Mark Brown, a Bunurong elder, was booed during his welcome to country address at Melbourne's Shrine of Remembrance. Wajak Noongar elder and veteran Di Ryder was booed during her welcome to country address at Perth's Kings Park dawn service. But not all outlets told the same story. The ABC and News Kamau report that WA police issued 10 move-on notices in Perth, while the ABC also states that WA police issued 14 move-on notices in Perth and Busselton. The ABC and News Kamau state that the Sydney dawn service had 11,000 attendees, while the SMH and ABC mention that the service attracted thousands without specifying the exact number. The Guardian and ABC report that the booing was orchestrated by Fight for Australia, but Fight for Australia claims it did not organise the booing, only encouraged it via social media posts. This story was covered by ABC News, The Guardian, news.com.au, SBS News, Sydney Morning Herald and The Age. Story 2 of 6. Trump administration demands ABC fire Jimmy Kimmel over expectant widow joke amid shooting incident. Trump administration demands ABC fire Jimmy Kimmel over expectant widow joke amid shooting incident. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Jimmy Kimmel made a joke on Jimmy Kimmel Live on April 24, 2026, calling Melania Trump an expectant widow during a mock White House Correspondents' Dinner segment. Donald Trump and Melania Trump publicly demanded ABC and Disney fire Jimmy Kimmel after the joke, citing it as hateful and violent rhetoric and a call to violence. The White House Correspondents' Association dinner was disrupted by a shooting incident on April 27, 2026, leading to the Trump's demands for Kimmel's firing. The FCC, under Trump-appointed Chair Brendan Carr, ordered early license reviews of 8 ABC stations on April 29, 2026, citing unlawful discrimination claims. Kimmel responded to the criticism by calling the joke a light roast about the age gap between Donald and Melania Trump. He is 56, she is 56, Trump turns 80 in June 2026. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian and ABC described the FCC's license reviews as targeting unlawful discrimination related to diversity rules, while The Guardian's columnist Margaret Sullivan frames it as a disingenuous pretext for political pressure. The Guardian's Sullivan argues Disney's past settlement with Trump over George Stephanopoulos' remarks was a buckling to Trump, while ABC's article does not explicitly criticize Disney's legal strategy. The SMH and ABC state Kimmel's joke was made on April 24, 2026, but The Guardian's first article does not specify the exact date of the joke, only that it was before the Saturday attack. This story was covered by ABC News, The Guardian, and Sydney Morning Herald. Story 3 of 6. Missing Indigenous girl's body found, suspect Jefferson Lewis arrested in Alice Springs murder case. Missing Indigenous girl's body found, suspect Jefferson Lewis arrested in Alice Springs murder case. Here's what every outlet agrees on. The body of a 5-year-old girl, referred to as Kumanjayi Little Baby, was found about 5 kilometers south of Old Timers Camp, Illaperoni Town Camp, in Alice Springs on April 30, 2026, around midday local time. Police believe Jefferson Lewis, 47, abducted and murdered Kumanjayi Little Baby, and he was the primary suspect in the investigation. Kumanjayi Little Baby was last seen alive on April 25, 2026, at 11:30 p.m. at Old Timers Camp, and was reported missing at 1:30 a.m. on April 26, 2026. Jefferson Lewis was arrested on April 30, 2026, around 10 p.m. local time at a residence in Alice Springs. Lewis had been released from prison 6 days before Kumanjayi little baby's disappearance and had a history of serious assaults and domestic violence-related offences. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian and ABC mention that Lewis was taken to hospital for treatment of injuries sustained prior to his arrest, but neither source specifies the nature or source of these injuries. The ABC and News Kamau mention a vigilante group allegedly beat Lewis before his arrest, but this is not confirmed by other sources and may be speculative or unverified. This story was covered by ABC News, The Guardian, news.com.au, SBS News, Sydney Morning Herald and The Age. Story 4 of 6. NSW Blues defeat Queensland Maroons in Women's State of Origin Game 1. NSW Blues defeat Queensland Maroons in Women's State of Origin Game 1. Here's what every outlet agrees on. New South Wales Blues won the opening Women's State of Origin game 11-6 on the 30th of April, 2026 at McDonald Jones Stadium in front of 20,000 fans. Jessie Southwell scored a field goal with 7 minutes remaining to give NSW the lead, and Jess Sergis scored a try on the final whistle to seal the win. Queensland held a 6-0 lead at half-time, but NSW came back to tie the game at 6-6 before winning. Kaylee Joseph, a Queensland prop, was taken off on a medicab after collecting a 33rd tackle and hitting her head, causing a 12-minute delay. Otessa Puel scored Queensland's first try in the 4th minute, and Phoenix Rain Hippie made key defensive reads for the Maroons. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian states NSW had a 6-6 tie with 7 minutes left, while ABC implies the Blues were under pressure longer before Southwell's field goal. This story was covered by ABC News and The Guardian. Story 5 of 6. Boomer landlords dominate Australia's rental market amid tax reform debates. Boomer landlords dominate Australia's rental market amid tax reform debates. Here's what every outlet agrees on. In 1999 to 2000, there were 1.2 million landlords in Australia, with 170,000 over 60 and 109,200 under 30. By 2022 to 23, over 60s accounted for 27% of all landlords, holding 610,000 properties, while under 30s fell to 95,000. Ownership of 6 or more properties by over 60s increased by 400% since 1999 to 2000. Sydney's median house price rose fourfold to $1.5 million, and Melbourne's lifted 260% to $900,000 since 1999 to 2000. People earning $100,000 to $500,000 held less than 5% of rental properties in 1999 to 2000, but over 37% by 2022 to 23. But not all outlets told the same story. The articles do not contain any direct contradictions. All factual claims align between sources. This story was covered by Sydney Morning Herald and The Age. Story 6 of 6. Melbourne Storm coach Craig Bellamy diagnosed with neurodegenerative disorder. Melbourne Storm coach Craig Bellamy diagnosed with neurodegenerative disorder. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Craig Bellamy, 66, was diagnosed with a form of neurodegenerative disorder after undergoing medical tests in recent weeks. Bellamy is receiving the best possible medical treatment, and specialists say his diagnosis will not impact his ability to coach the team in the immediate future. Melbourne Storm chairman Matt Tripp stated Bellamy has the full support of the board, players, coaches, and staff to continue leading the club. Bellamy signed a contract extension in February 2026, keeping him at the club until the end of the 2028 season. The Storm are currently on a 6-match losing streak, their worst run of form since Bellamy took over as coach in 2003. But not all outlets told the same story. The SMH and ABC mention Bellamy's 2007 and 2009 premierships were stripped due to salary cap breaches, but The Guardian does not reference this detail. The SMH states Bellamy began his coaching career on Wayne Bennett's staff at the Brisbane Broncos, while The Guardian and ABC do not mention this. This story was covered by ABC News, The Guardian, and Sydney Morning Herald.